Now, a look at recent trips to Fort Wayne Zoo with Wild on WANE.
Thanks for joining us on WANE 15 Plus. I'm Alyssa Ivinson. In the next half hour, we'll explore what's happening at Fort Wayne Zoo through our Wild on WANE stories. From baby animals to new attractions, there's a lot to see as the zoo celebrates its 60th birthday. The actual birthday was July 3rd. From Franke Park Zoo 6 decades ago to Fort Wayne Children's Zoo to Fort Wayne Zoo, Wild on WANE takes a look back through time to see how we got to the zoo we know today. The Fort Wayne Zoo's been bringing smiles to children's faces.
Everybody I run into talks about how much they love the zoo, and they're proud of it, and they should be proud of it. It is a world-class zoo.
More than 600,000 people a year now flock to the zoo, 26 million in the last 6 decades, all from what started as a nature preserve in 1952.
Franke Park, they reserved 52 acres to be a nature preserve, and I guess there were monkeys and there were bears and some other animals, and people loved it so much they said, okay, we need to create a Franke Park Zoo, and so they started calling it the Franke Park Zoo.
Earl Wells took up the charge, and in 1965 the Fort Wayne Children's Zoo was born.
When Earl Wells joined the team, his comment was, you know what? Zoos are for children. We want all the children to come and enjoy this zoo, so we're going to call it the Fort Wayne Children's Zoo, with nursery rhymes and fairy tale books, and we'll have animals associated with those, like the 3 little bears.
With time, the link to storybooks faded, but the zoo grew.
When we opened, it was 5.5 acres, and now we're 42 acres, 10 employees, now we're like at 300. 100 animals, and now we're 1,500 animals.
The African Veldt opened in 1976, Australian Adventure in 1987, and the Indonesian Rainforest in 1994. That's also the year Earl Wells retired as zoo director, handing the keys to Jim Anderson. For 26 years, Jim continued to bring children and animals together, even hosting the Zoo to You TV show in 2001.
He took Earl Wells' vision and brought it to life. He made it happen.
When Jim retired in 2020, Rick Scheidemann became the zoo's 3rd director.
My role was, I always felt like to carry the torch, right? Just keep going and make sure this zoo stays beautiful. Make sure we take care of it, take care of the animals, and that the community still loves the zoo. And I feel like we've been successful in that.
Under Rick's leadership, the zoo reimagined the new Asian Trek, opening Red Panda Ridge, added a ropes course, opened the expanded Coastal Cove with sea lions and seals, and the zoo's now open more than ever before.
Attendance has been increased, the amount of hours of operation have increased. There's a lot of good things happening at the zoo.
WANE 15's cameras were there for the zoo's 20th birthday celebration back in 1985, and we went down memory lane with Rick.
So that's a big cake.
That's a big cake. Look at the clothes. So wild. I know, the whole thing is so cool.
It is established, not only established, but it has won recognition throughout the world as being an outstanding zoo of this type. Probably the best.
Probably the best. What do you think?
Absolutely one of the best, no question about it. No question about it. We don't get a lot of, we're a medium-sized zoo, and those big zoos, San Diego, Bronx, those guys, they always take the spotlight. But we're definitely one of the best, and I'll hear people come to visit us that will walk through and say, oh my gosh, this is an amazing zoo. This is a beautiful, we didn't expect this. Part of the reason why we changed the name is because people weren't sure what a children's zoo was, right? And they'd say, oh my gosh, you're not just a children's zoo, this is a real world-class zoo. And we are, yeah. I've been to a lot of zoos, and this is definitely one of the best.
So what do you think about when you see just the history? 40 years ago, people celebrating the zoo, and we're still doing it today.
Yeah, it's so cool. And look at all these young faces excited about the zoo, and kids are still showing up excited about the zoo. It's really meaningful, and it's pretty awesome. I'm so glad Fort Wayne has this zoo. I'm glad I'm a part of it.
The future could hold new animals and new hours.
We do have a long-term plan, a campus plan for 20 to 25 years, and one of the things we said was that we want to have more spaces where people can be warm, where animals can be warm, and also animals that can also handle different temperatures. And so, maybe there'll be a time when we'll be open every day.
As we look back at the last 6 decades of the Fort Wayne Zoo and the generations who make it a family tradition.
We hear it all the time. We hear about people talking about how they came here as a kid and now they're bringing their grandkids. It's just wonderful.
Icons of the past are still in the present. From the classic Lion water fountain.
Hi, my name is Croaky.
To sounds of the founder, Earl Wells, still croaking, cracking kids up.
I've got a couple riddles for you.
One joke at a time.
Hope you have a good time at the zoo here today and come back and see me again, okay? Bye. Croak, croak, croak.
The Glow Wild Lantern Festival earlier this year was part of the zoo's 60th birthday celebration as well. You might see some more monkey business with a new zoo baby this year. Now let's meet baby Moyo. In the Fort Wayne Zoo's African journey, the Schmidt's red-tailed monkeys are now a family of 3. Meet baby Moyo,
which is heart in Swahili for that little white heart nose. So we're working with vet staff currently to kind of figure out whether Moyo would be a female or a male, but we thought that name would be perfect for either.
Moyo was born November 16th to 6-year-old mom Naki and 7-year-old dad Wham. Mom and Dad came to the zoo about a year ago and had a breeding recommendation as part of the species survival plan. Now you can see baby Moyo bounding around the habitat.
Starting to become a little bit independent from mom, kind of bouncing around and exploring and trying out some foods.
Red-tailed monkeys are native to Central Africa.
Forested areas, generally kind of midline forests, so 30 to 60 feet up in the air. Most of their diet is going to be made up of fruits and insects, so generally looking at that in the tree line, finding insects in the trees, but they do also eat leaves, other vegetation, things like that when fruit is less available. They're just so really cool. I love them so much. They have some really cool coloration on their face, so they have a little white heart nose, which is adorable, along with some white cheeks.
Their distinct facial features aren't only cute, they help with camouflage in the wild.
Since they live in that tree line, generally a predator is going to be closer towards the ground looking up, and that coloration kind of distorts their face a little bit and makes them blend into that tree line.
Their red tails also stand out.
It helps them balance throughout the branches and forests and things that they would typically navigate out in the wild. It is not prehensile, so they can't grab with it. It's mainly for a balance.
Moyo is eating mostly solid foods now as they wean from nursing.
When they're first born, it is just strict nursing, and then 1 to 2 months is when they start to kind of introduce other items into their diet and slowly start weaning.
When you visit the zoo, you'll likely see Wham perched up high.
He loves this perch that kind of overlooks everything, so he likes to take a look at all the guests and kind of see what the commotion's all about.
With Moyo exploring not too far from mom.
1 to 2 months old, they start to become a smidge more independent. Right now, definitely becoming a lot more independent. Still spends a lot of time with mom for that protection and that guidance and things like that, but they will spend usually like 5 to 10 minutes by themselves before reconnecting with mom. Once they're a little bit older, closer to that year mark, they're going to be mostly independent. These guys are diurnal. They're going to be awake when we're awake, so during daylight hours, but they generally rest during that midday heat. So you may see them foraging if you guys come earlier in the morning or later in the evening and kind of resting in the middle of the day. You may see baby kind of bouncing around on and off of mom, just kind of playing around and building up those muscles.
With mom and dad teaching a little bit of monkey business to the next generation.
It's so exciting. It's so entertaining to just come over here and take a few minutes out of your day to watch them.
While the Schmitz monkeys had successful breeding, the zoo's hoping for a similar story with another species found in the African journey. Meet the bat-eared foxes, Mac and Ripley. Meet bat-eared foxes Macushly, known as Mac, and Ripley. Mac is a 7-year-old male, and Ripley is a 3-year-old female.
Mac is grayer and she's like browner.
The bat-eared fox is found in eastern and southern Africa in the wild. At the Fort Wayne Zoo, you can find them in the African journey.
Here at the zoo, they eat a pretty varied diet. They get insects pretty much every day. It'll switch between crickets and mealworms. And then they'll also get whole prey of chicks or mice.
One of the first things you might notice is, what big ears you have.
In the wild, they are really good at finding bugs though, which is why they have those really, really long ears. So they're able to hear bugs moving underground so they know where to start digging, and then they can work those up, which is a pretty awesome behavior, honestly. I wish my ears were that big. And then the other reason is for thermoregulation purposes. So it helps to keep them cooler in the summer. They kind of shed their heat through the ears.
They're nocturnal, so you might see them resting a lot during the day.
They'll be a little bit more active at night when they're waiting to come inside and get their dinner, or first thing in the morning as well when they have just gotten their breakfast. But you know, then they go into food coma and must sleep it off.
Or you might catch them digging.
That's one of their natural behaviors. Our female in particular really is exceptional at digging. Every day we have to fill in her holes, but she's probably hearing some bugs underneath. Also to form dens. So she does like to den a lot. You'll notice a lot of the times when you visit, they are in that hollow log. So it's one of their favorite spots, and sometimes she just wants to make her own.
Mac and Ripley also are recommended to have kits through the species survival plan.
If we suspect she's pregnant, we will observe her. We have cameras in their dens, so we're able to look overnight as well as during the daytime when we're here. And so things we typically will look for is a decrease in appetite, or any changes in behavior as well. She's gonna be sleepier, a little bit more lethargic. She isn't gonna be as active, not digging nearly as much once she's got the den space she wants. So we just kind of monitor her behavior and we go from there.
While Mac and Ripley haven't had any babies yet, the zoo is hopeful they will in the future. So that leaves just one more question. What does the fox say?
Nothing. Just kidding. Ours do make a high-pitched whine if, like Ripley loves to be outside. So for the winter, when she has to come inside at nighttime because it's too cold overnight, she will make a high-pitched whine, but there's no words involved.
Typical breeding season is in the winter, with kits coming in the spring or early summer. Bat-eared foxes can have 1 to 4 kits in a litter. National Zookeeper Week is in July. The Fort Wayne Zoo has 60 keepers, also known as animal care specialists, taking care of all the animals. It's a tough job, but also a fun one, as we get to see firsthand. In the last 2 years, we've done more than 75 Wild on Wayne stories here at the Fort Wayne Zoo. I'm with Zoo Director Rick Scheidemann, and today we're going to recognize all the zookeepers who work here.
Yeah, that's right. It's National Zookeeper Week, and because of that, instead of interviewing a zookeeper, we are going to become a zookeeper.
Yes!
So here's your shirt, here's your official name tag. All right, let's go and get to work.
Let's get changed. And just like that,
wow.
With a little zoo and TV magic, no longer zoo director and news reporter, but zookeepers.
I like it. Looks good.
Yes. Have you worn the green
I have
polo?
not, no.
Okay,
no.
First time for both of us
Yeah,
then.
looks good on you.
I kind of like it. Making some dreams come true here, I think. All right, should we get to work?
Yeah, let's go do it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Our first job was in the dome with the orangutans for some training, with keepers Cameron and Emily as our guides.
So right here, she's asking for that target behavior. As Mara does have to reach to the target, Emily slaps the window, and that is their reinforcer to go up and get some more food at the drive-through window, which we're able to feed from our indoor holding area. We have a lot of different things that we use for training purposes, but craisins seem to be very high value for our Sumatran orangutans.
Rick and I tried training with Tanku.
Right here. Yep, right here.
Good job.
Is this just so much fun to do? all the time?
It's an amazing part of our job, absolutely.
Great.
Wave bye. Bye-bye. Wave bye. Yay! Sometimes.
From animals that did a good job listening to some that, well, didn't.
Does Henry know his name? Okay, Henry.
We have 14 goats, and throughout our day, as we have time, and we can take a couple, 2 or 3 on a walk, it's really good for their overall body health and body condition.
Hey, Jacques, you chewed one of my mic cords once, so we're gonna be friends now, right? Hey, Jacques. Jacques, are you listening? Okay, are we ready to go for a walk?
I think so.
Oh, here, Jacques.
Jacques.
Here, Jacques. There we go. There we go.
We got this. We got this. Oh, Jacques, your
Hey,
pellets are
we're
over
going
there.
this way. Okay, we're doing a stellar job.
Okay. Have you ever thought you'd walk in the zoo with a goat?
I did not.
Either did I.
Once we were walking, it got better,
Kind of like a big dog, but a little more ornery.
A little bit.
but it was still stop and go.
The actual keepers are like, what is happening?
Yeah, oh no, they're mortified. We're so sorry.
A quick pause for guests to feed the goats.
Just hold your hand flat. There you go.
We got the hang of it for a minute,
All right, now we're walking. Now we're going. Let's go, Henry.
sort of.
Over here. Let's go over here. Hey, over here.
Once we turned around, it was a race back home.
Jacques, Henry is doing better than you.
Henry's doing great.
All right.
I think
Oh,
we're-
Jacques is coming in.
All right, here we go.
Let's go
Good
home.
job, guys. Uh-oh. Here are all the friends. It looks like we've got a few more goats to walk.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
they're waiting.
for us. It's gonna be a long day.
It will.
Next, I got to help with the keeper chat at Coastal Cove.
We have 3 pinnipeds here at the Fort Wayne Zoo. 2 are sea lions and 1 is a harbor seal. Ronan, the harbor seal, is out right now. He's easy to spot because he has that black and white coloration, kind of polka dotted looking. You can see he's getting some fish treats from the trainer right now. And there are lots of differences between sea lions and harbor seals. We're so excited that you are here at Coastal Cove at the Fort Wayne Zoo. We hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, here we go. You got our sea lions. They just came out. Sandra and Dockery. And we'll turn the rest of the chat over to Keeper Emily.
Thank you so much, Alyssa. We're so happy to have you here with us.
I met back up with Rick for the last job of the day, making enrichment for red panda Nima.
These are actually called forage PVC cups.
Keeper Connor walked us through it.
They do a lot of foraging behaviors, so that kind of means looking for their food around different places, having to actually work for their food.
This looks like sweet potato.
Yeah, so we've got some carrots and sweet potato
Oh, there's
there.
both.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's give him some carrots up top.
I know. Well, you took all the grapes.
You have a grape? Oh, no, you don't.
Oh, I have
She came by and stole
took all
it.
the grapes.
Mutt Jack Zoji came up to see what was going on, so he got a snack of bamboo too.
Good job. You came up for a snack. You get one.
Not to be left out, Nima came over and got a frozen bamboo shoot.
One of their favorite things.
Then it was time to move the animals off exhibit so we could go inside the habitat to place the enrichment.
Our red pandas love to be arboreal, so that means they love being up in the trees, climbing around.
We hung it as high as we could on the front mesh so guests could watch Nima eating later.
That's not very tall for her. Can she reach that there? That might be hard for her under logs.
You know, there is a higher one for her. It's good to give them different opportunities.
We also added scent enrichment around the habitat to encourage foraging.
Oh, the maple extract.
You can put some on the perches, some on the ground.
Like
low,
2
down
sprints,
low.
is that good?
Yep,
Is that
that's perfect. You're doing great.
have the finesse of the essence?
Doing great. That's the fun part about enrichment. You can always do something different one day, something different the next.
Once our job was done, it was time to let the animals back in so they can enjoy their new enrichment.
I would give 2 thumbs up for that. Did an awesome job.
That was a hard day.
That was a good day, though. Very
was.
good. Yes.
Newfound respect for zookeepers.
Oh, absolutely. They're amazing. They're so amazing.
Should we leave the zookeepering to the zookeepers?
Gosh. Yeah, I think the experts should take care of it.
Okay, I think it's time to change.
Okay.
All right, here we are.
Okay, we're back.
Back to reality.
Back to reality.
Zoo director, news reporter. Thank you so much
Yes,
for this experience.
of course. It's been so much fun.
All right, great job.
Yeah, we'll see you.
See you next time.
Bye.
We've We've just learned a lot about species survival plans and how some animals born at Fort Wayne Zoo then move to other zoos to keep that species population healthy and growing across the country. Well, one keeper in Fort Wayne goes out of his way to go visit the animals he used to care for here, and he takes some pretty amazing photographs along the way. Meet Keeper Corey. Beep! Explore the Fort Wayne Zoo's African journey, and you might see Keeper Corey Fagg working with the animals.
The entire time I've been here, I've only worked in our Africa section.
He's worked at the zoo for 12 years, 8 of them with the animals.
You're gonna eat that whole stick, Lily? Nope.
And he loves it, especially the training.
It helps build their confidence and trust in us as a staff. Helps the guests be able to see them and do really cool things.
You could say the job turned into a passion. He'd find himself on days off, coming to the zoo, taking pictures of other animals.
I've been to our zoo probably more times than I can count, just wandering around on my days off. So I was like, you know what? I want to go try something else.
Those casual trips then turned into vacations to zoos across the country to see some of his old friends.
I started kind of looking up to see where some of the giraffe that have lived here are.
Corey works with the giraffes a lot. He's been there when some have been born. But as part of the species survival plan, some of those giraffes then go to live at other zoos to spread out the genetics and help the giraffe population grow.
And they try to get you all of that information as soon as you can. One, so you can start training that younger animal to voluntarily move into a trailer to prepare the keeper staff for when an animal is moving. It helps us emotionally when we know ahead of time.
It's a bittersweet goodbye when the animals leave.
I mean, we get to watch them be born, we get to watch them do some of their first steps, we get to watch them try their first browse, their first piece of lettuce from a guest, their first training session. We get to see all of those things. So when they do eventually move to another facility, it is very sad for a lot of us to see them go, but we know they're in good hands where they go. They get all the same love and attention that we give them here. They get extra snacks when they get there. They get to meet new friends. They get to see new faces. They get to explore new habitats. So we're sad, but then we're also like, you know what? They're going somewhere that's just as cool as we are, and they get to hang out and do really cool things at other places.
But for Corey, it's more of a see you later.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start trying to plan out some trips to go and visit them.
His first visit was to the Indianapolis Zoo to see giraffe Kita, who was born in Fort Wayne in 2017.
It was surreal, because I was like, I remember when you were just like my height, right? And we had 6 people trying to keep her on a scale, and now, she's 12, 13 feet tall. And so when I arrived, I was like, oh, I saw you when you were teeny tiny, and I just wanted to run over and be like, what's up, hey, Then we finally get up there, and then the keeper's like, are you Corey? And I was like, yes. And so they give you a big handful of stuff, and then you're up there by yourself with her, and she's just standing there looking at you. I don't know if she recognizes me or not. It's hard to know. Giraffe can recognize faces and voices and see different hairstyles and things like that. She did put her chin in my hand when I was getting pictures with her, so I'm like, maybe she remembers me, because she used to do that when she was little with me anyway. So I'm like, maybe there's a connection. I don't know. Animals are different than we are for remembering things, but it was I'm like, oh.
Corey's now gone to 5 zoos, including Brookfield Zoo in Chicago to see Ato, who was born in Fort Wayne in 2014, the Bronx Zoo to see Tabisa, who was born here in 2017, and the Maryland Zoo to see Kessie, who is Fort Wayne giraffe Luna's only calf. He also went to see Fort Wayne giraffe Faye's childhood zoo and met her full brother, Kif.
And I kid you not, when you see Faye, so the very light giraffe out here, she looks just like her mom. So if you ever go visit the Bronx Zoo and you see a giraffe that looks oddly familiar to one of our giraffe here, that is Tabisa.
Corey encourages everyone to not only visit your local zoo, but explore others too.
They love it when they see people come to visit their zoos. We love it when we see large crowds of people. You're supporting conservation, you're supporting everything the zoo stands for. Please go visit your local zoo, spend time, go see the animals, enjoy them, appreciate them. It's really cool.
Are you begging over there?
If you want to explore other zoos too, Fort Wayne Zoo members get discounted admission to more than 150 other zoos and aquariums across the country, including Toledo and Cincinnati. For this next story, I enlisted some help from a very special guest.
There's not just new animals at Fort Wayne Zoo this year, there's a lot of new attractions for kids. So I brought along my daughter Chloe, and we're gonna check them out. You ready to go?
Yes.
let's do it.
First stop in the farm with the new milking cow.
It teaches guests how to milk a cow if you were on a farm on a daily basis, but the udders work just like a normal cow would. Well, something new for our guests to experience. We like to provide some interactive activities for guests and try to revamp some area of the zoo every year.
In the farm, there's a new cow that we get to milk. Should we go check it out? Okay, let's go.
I got it.
You got it? These are called udders, and look, if you squeeze it, water comes out. Wanna try it?
Why is it not real milk?
It's not real milk, well, because this isn't a real cow. Cool.
I can't squeeze it.
You can't squeeze it?
It's too heavy.
Okay, should we try it together?
Yeah.
Oh, that one's got a lot. Let's do it together. Yeah! Good job!
You have to fill this whole bucket?
I don't think we'll have to fill the whole bucket. That would take a really long time.
No, other people.
Yes, if we all work together, we could. That'd be a good idea. Was this pretty fun? What'd you think about it?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. What did we learn about cows today? That they have an udder and that the milk comes out of the udder and that's where we get our milk? Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
Just like bees make honey and cows make our milk. So bees make our honey and cows make our milk.
Yeah, you got it. Should we go try something else? Okay.
After a snack for the walk.
Okay.
And a few animal stops.
Sitatunga.
I see it.
See the one monkey there? Do you see the little baby?
Uh-huh. He's like,
He's pretty cute. Okay, should we keep going? Let's go.
I saw the dad.
You saw the dad?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
We found ourselves in the nature play area in the African Journey.
Nature Play was very popular last year with just a couple elements that we utilized from existing structures that we had. So we expanded it this year to include that dig pit that was really popular for our dino days and Halloween in the past, and then added the rock wall as well to let people get up in the trees and experience nature if you're not ready to go on bamboo forest, for instance.
Got the jump?
Or a big step.
Wow.
Yeah.
First, we did the nature balance beams.
All right.
Stand.
Okay, should we go do the rock wall now? Let's go check it out.
I'm not going to go on it straight yet.
You don't, not yet. Let's just think about it. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Do you want to try just a little bit at the bottom? No?
Maybe when I go a little older.
Okay, maybe when you're a little older.
I just want to try the easy side.
You do want to try the easy side? Oh, okay.
After a changed 4-year-old mind and getting the harness on, we gave it a go.
There you go.
All right. So, Chloe, here's how you do it. So let's use your hands to hold on to the different places. I gotcha. And put your feet on that one. Good. Now climb up. Push up. Yeah.
Me.
I'm gonna help you. See, look. And if you miss it, you just float. Isn't that cool?
And that was all she wrote.
Thank you for trying it. You did a good job. You were very brave. All right, down we go. Good job.
She's still trying.
But we did find some bigger boys who made it to the top. Perhaps the new paddle boats will be more our speed.
Are you excited for the paddle boats? Me too.
This has a capacity of 4 people that you can get out and get around that pond that was previously unused.
Perhaps the pond should now be called Swan Lake. Life jackets on. Walk down the dock.
Which swan do you think we should go to?
Safety instructions.
You can go anywhere. If you want to, you can go around there.
And we're ready for our dance on the water.
Only 2 people paddle, so not everybody has to have the exercise, but it does strengthen families just like our mission says.
And strengthens quad muscles. Little legs aren't much help pedaling.
I can't paddle because my legs are long. It's okay if you paddle for me.
I'll paddle for us.
But it is neat to see the zoo from a new vantage point and wave to our friends on shore.
I wish your legs were longer and you could help me.
The WANE 15 weather camera captured our journey from high above.
So Chloe, what did you think of the paddle boats?
They were nice.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming to the zoo with me today and trying out some new adventures.
You're welcome.
All right, at the Fort Wayne Zoo, I'm Alyssa Ivinson, and you're Chloe for Wild on Wayne. Let's see how my parking is. Oh yeah, look at that. Call me Captain. Oh, nope, just kidding. Not even close to the dock.
That was a fun day for sure. Check out this story on the Wild on Wayne page on WANE.com for prices for those new attractions. While you're there, you can also see all of our Wild on Wayne stories, and then join us every Tuesday at 5 p.m. for the latest story from the Fort Wayne Zoo. Thanks for joining us here on WANE 15 Plus.